Tantor Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents Taken by Him by S.R. Jones. Narrated by Marie Hawkins and Eric Smies. Prologue. Aurora. 2 months ago. They say hatred is corrosive, a bad thing. My hatred isn't. It's a force of good. It rushes through my veins, slewing out the slurry of sadness, fear, and despair. When the hatred comes, I really believe I can escape this fate. The hatred burns in me and tells me not to give up, never to give in. Perhaps it offers false hope, but better false hope than none. The object of my hatred is sitting opposite me, ankle over the opposing knee, slicing into an apple with the blade of the knife he gutted a man with yesterday, and then lifting each slice to his mouth and crunching down on it. The sound of his chewing makes me want to commit murder. I loathe him beyond anything I've felt before. The urge to leap out of my chair, grab that knife, and stick it in his throat is so strong my fingers twitch. I cannot, though. He would overpower me, then turn the knife on me. I've experienced it before. Absently, I touch the wound high up on my thigh. No stitches for me. My cousin cut me, and then he glued me back together, leaving an ugly scar. One of many. Most of them are on the inside, but there are a few on the outside, too. I like them. They show the world the reality of my life. I also thought they might provide me with enough faults to be less appealing to the perverts who have gathered around me since I was 12, telling my family what a prize I was. Sadly, I was wrong. Now I'm betrothed to a prince, except he's not like a prince in the fairy tales that I hoped would come and rescue me as a child. He's horrible, old, stupid, and spoiled. The man makes me want to throw up when he touches me, the way he strokes my hair. He called it my mane, the freak. "I can feel you glowering from over here," my cousin says in a deep, low rumble. "Stop it and go do something useful. Help Nana in the kitchen." "Fuck you," is the answer I want to give. Instead, I simply stand with a, "Yes, cousin." "Good girl," he says, and again I want to grab the knife and gut him with it. As if he can read my thoughts, he lifts his dark gaze to meet mine and brandishes the blade. "You want to take it and try?" I shake with suppressed rage, tears filling my eyes. He laughs, the sound rich and deep. He's a handsome man, cultured. His clothes cost more than most people's houses, and he can play the violin. He's also soulless, dead inside. "Tommaso, when I decide to end your life, you won't know it's coming." He's up out of his chair before I can move. His hand wraps around my throat and he walks me backward until I hit the wall. "When you fucking come for me, I'll be the one to hurt you. Only I won't kill you. I will maim you instead. How will you feel when this face, this fucking legendary face, is all carved up? When no one wants you? Huh?" I grab the knife still in his other hand and bring it to my cheek. "Do it now," I spit. "This face is nothing but a curse." He takes the blade and presses into the side of my breast instead. Not enough to draw blood. "No, you need it right now. One day, though, I'll play with your body like a rag doll and you'll wish you'd shown me the respect I deserve, cunt." Then he smacks my head back against the wall and lets go of me. I turn away from him, back straight and head high, and I walk slowly and serenely from the room. I walk down the hallway like a robot. Each step and my legs shake more. When I turn the corner, I bolt into the small toilet at this end of the hall and sink to my knees. As I shake so hard, I feel as if my bones will fall apart. By the time I reach the kitchen to do as I'm told and help our Nana, she's gone. In her place is my auntie, not Tommaso's mother, the other sister of my now dead mother. "Ah, there you are." She bustles about preparing food. She wipes her hands on her apron and stops to really look at me. "Child, whatever is wrong?" "I can't do it," I whisper. My mother would be bereft to see what Tommaso has forced me to do. Can't you stop him? This aunt, Rosa, is not hard like Tommaso's bitch mother. She sighs. Aurora, this is not mine to change. This decision is made by Tommaso, and as the head of the house, the male overseeing you, it is his right. Your mother is dead, and your father deserted you before she passed, so it's not Tommaso's fault he must carry this burden. He's wicked. I bite my lip. She must know deep down that her precious nephew is rotten to the core. Perhaps she's scared of him the way everyone else is. But I always thought Rosa had more fire than that. I admired her so when growing up. Is it wicked to arrange a marriage for you with one of the most powerful and wealthy men in the world? I frown. Yes, he's old and disgusting, and he makes my skin crawl. I don't wish to marry him. Then I give her my truth. I wish to marry for love. Oh, child. She grabs an open bottle of red wine on the side and takes 2 glasses out of the far cupboard, pouring one for her and one for me. Come sit with me a moment. I do as she says, grateful for the warmth of the wine hitting my sour, empty stomach. Aurora, love is for the fools of this world. What is love? Chemicals, that is all. You really want to meet some handsome boy in the village, marry him, have children, and what? In 5 years, he's with some waitress every other night behind your back, and everyone in the square knows it, and they look at you with pity. Of course, no one dare say it to your face because you're a Rossi, but you're a fool, and they all know. You have your pride, so you stay. You bear more children, and your hips widen as your face sags. One day he leaves you for good, and you're alone. Too old for most men to care. Too young to want to remain alone forever. Your beauty is ruined. Or, you marry the prince. You become a wealthy and powerful woman in your own right. A man like that, you simply must learn how to handle him. One day he'll be a king. You will be a queen. Imagine that, Aurora. A queen. Everyone will kneel before you, and because he is old, one day, perhaps one day not too far away, the prince will die, and you will be a very wealthy and powerful woman. In fact, with your wealth and power, you might be the one to take a younger lover. She giggles. This is the way of the world. Money, power, fame. They are much more important than love, or looks. Take what is being offered to you and use it to make yourself untouchable. It can be done. She's wrong. Everything she is saying is wrong. I try one more time. He's cruel, the prince. I can see it in his eyes. I think he wants to hurt me. Temper him. There are ways, womanly wiles. You simply have to learn how to handle and restrain him. If he has tastes that are too much for you, hire a prostitute and look the other way. Impress upon him that you are his wife. You will let him be with you, but only in a way God would approve of. If he wants to do things you find distasteful, shame him. Make him realize those things are for some other woman to endure, not you. Dear God, I've stepped back in time to the medieval days. Next she'll be telling me to ensure I don't hang for witchcraft. Don't look at me like that, Aurora, with such disappointment. You think I'm an old fool, but I know the ways of this world. I don't think you're old, I tell her with a faint smile. She chuckles. I love you, Aurora, but sadly the day your father left and Tommaso's father died, this family's fate lay in that boy's hands and still does. He lets me stay here, at the big house. Without his largesse, I could be on the streets. My own life hasn't been what I hoped. I understand that you're scared, but I have faith in you. You're a unique beauty and a smart girl. You can outwit that old man. You wait. It won't be so bad. Despite her refusal to help, her talk buoys me until the next day. The knock at my door is early, and I'm lazing in bed reading. I go to the door and Tommaso enters, throwing a handful of clothing on the bed. I glance at it and frown. It's trashy stuff. Red, hot pinks, and shiny black fake leather. What is this? I ask. Your husband-in-waiting owns particular tastes. He is very specific that you should be trained in some of them, so I shall start today. My stomach drops. The clothes are the kind of things women wear in the windows in Amsterdam. Not the sort of thing a queen would wear, as my aunt claimed I am to be. Trained how? I will kill myself if Tommaso touches me that way. I really will. Again, as if he reads my mind, he laughs. Get over yourself, Aurora. You are indeed beautiful, but you're not my type. You are also family, and I'm not sick. I think we both know that's not true. He shrugs, casual and unbothered. Yeah, you're right. I will caveat that statement. I'm not sick in that way. I will simply teach you how to submit, how to walk, to wear the clothes he wishes you to. And we will go to a few parties so you can see the sort of lifestyle the prince enjoys in his downtime. That's it. That's as scary as it gets. So stop looking like I'm about to shoot you. Pick something from that pile and get ready. We're going to a club. 5 hours later, I know I cannot marry the prince. I must do anything I can to escape what he wants me for. I also know something about Tommaso. A secret. A deep, dark secret that he would kill me to keep. The fact he's let me know it, let me witness what he did, only terrifies me more. It tells me he really does see me as disposable. Marry the prince and keep my mouth shut, or don't, and die. That is the day I start praying for God to send me a savior. Chapter 1. Aurora. Be on your best behavior, bitch, or I will hurt you. I need those Volkov fuckers to give our family an introduction to these British idiots they've been courting. I nod, numb inside. My time with Tommaso has taught me 2 things. His cruelty knows no bounds, and he is a man of his word. If I show him up, he'll hurt me. The man has very creative ways of inflicting physical pain without leaving a mark. He's a sadist. I looked up sadism and fell deep into research on the dark triad, which some researchers say should include sadism. He's definitely a member of that group. Cold, Machiavellian, and narcissistic. He primps and preens and worships his image and money. Yet deep down underneath it all, there's another side to Tommaso. Still deviant, still fucked up, but one that I know about, and I expect few others do. I could tell these men we are meeting today all about my cousin's strange habits. Maybe I will. Perhaps I'll decide to go out in a blaze of agonizing glory and share Tommaso's secrets before he carves me up like a pumpkin. The car arrives and I step out of the foyer of the hotel and into the back of the Mercedes. Our driver, who is also an armed bodyguard, nods at me once without turning around. Tommaso slides in next to me, and his thigh against mine is enough to make me feel sick. My dress is a long, tight, smart day dress. It's expensive, not trashy the way he's been dressing me recently. Today, I look like a young Italian socialite, with jewelry borrowed from my aunt so that I don't let the family down by appearing poor. We arrive at our destination, and I glance up at the building. It appears to be expensive. Genuinely so. Not the sort of trashy place dressing up as expensive that Tommaso normally drags me to. We step inside and up some more stairs. I keep my head down as we enter a room, scattered with a few people sitting, talking quietly on old leather sofas. I follow my cousin to the bar area. There, milling around talking, are the people we met before at the other party, the disgusting one which my cousin dragged me to. Sasha Volkov, the man is, and I think the woman is called Leah. I forget. I have met so many people these past few weeks of my training with my cousin. Training to be a good girl, a submissive girl, the way my husband-to-be allegedly demands. I glance at Sasha, then Leah, before my gaze cuts to the dark-haired man who stands, eyeing Tommaso with the kind of naked aggression I wish I could show. They begin talking, each trying to show the other he has the bigger dick. Men. Pathetic. As they show off, I become aware of a person to my left. A quiet presence I didn't notice at first. I glance over, and my world stops. It just stops. Then it spins a little as if I'm getting a dizzy spell. This man is astonishing. He's handsome, but it's not that which draws me. It's his size, his confidence, the way he's looking at me. and most of all, the brutality simmering just beneath his skin. The strangest thought hits me. This man is a weapon, and I am a woman direly in need of one. I hold his gaze, and something inside me catches a light, something I thought long dead. Flames flicker where before there was only ash. My life over the past 2 years has killed any desire I felt, but this man is staring at me as if he wants to consume me, and he has it roaring back to life. The men are making introductions, and still the stranger's dark gaze never leaves my face. "And who is this?" Tommaso asks, breaking into my dreamlike trance as he aggressively jerks his chin at the stranger. "Maxim Volkov," the man says. His voice is so deep and powerful. He doesn't break our stare to glance at my cousin. That takes balls. That takes confidence. My breathing increases as I tell myself to look away. I could get this man killed, but I cannot seem to stop gawping at him. He's such a force of nature. "Stop staring at my cousin," Tommaso snarls. Oh, Lord. I finally tear myself away from the man, cheeks flaming as I look to the ground. Tommaso is breathing through his nose like a bull about to charge. "You don't get to come to my club and start trouble." The older Volkov brother widens his stance, and the frisson of increased testosterone fills the air. I want to roll my eyes and laugh at these idiots, but I can't. I dare not. For the sad truth is, as pathetic as I find all the macho patriarchal bullshit, I am trapped in it. If you're trapped, you have few options. But perhaps the brother who can't stop staring at me could be one. Maxim. It is a good name. A strong name. The way he seems to be a strong man. Not in that aggressive, annoying way of Tommaso, though. No. Maxim's strength is quiet but utterly compelling. "I'm not trying to cause trouble." Tommaso's irritation bleeds into his tone. "She's taken, and I don't like the way your brother's looking at her. Logan, take the ladies including Aurora to the conservatory, please. We will have some drinks and nibbles delivered to you." Sasha Volkov interrupts the testosterone face-off smoothly with his cultured way. He takes a hold of his woman's arm for a brief moment and gives it a reassuring squeeze. The gesture makes me sad because no one touches me that way. I only get manhandled and shoved around. If Tommaso takes hold of me, it is with far less care. I still have some bruises on top of my left arm from where he dragged me across the parking lot a few days ago, after I dared to answer him back. The man named Logan leads us ladies to the conservatory, which is more of an orangery as it is a room attached to the back of the large building which houses the club. It has a lot of windows, but it's not all glass like most conservatories. The space is very beautiful, calming with lots of plants. Before, back in my previous life, I had planned on being a businesswoman. Papa had said I would be one of the first women in our family to go to college. He said I'd be a trailblazer. Then he laughed. Something to do with money issues between him and Tommaso's father. Which is probably why I am now in the mess I am. Tommaso sees me as nothing more than a means to an end, a way to recoup the money and respect the family lost due to my father's actions. Aurora is a very beautiful name. The soft voice to my right makes me jump, and I try to compose myself. It's the woman from the party. "Thank you very much," I reply. The words feel like cardboard in my mouth as I chew them up and throw them out. Nothing I do these days is natural. It's all forced and pretend, because inside, I'm screaming. The only time the screaming stopped was those few moments staring into intense, rich brown eyes. "What is your name?" I remember my manners, but still forget her name. The handsome stranger has fogged my mind. "I'm Leah," she says with a smile. "This is Sienna." Sienna is stunning. Leah is very pretty, but in a way you might not notice at first. She has something of a girl-next-door look to her, until you really take a second glance and notice how fine her features are, how symmetrical. You'd never pass Sienna by, though. Her hair alone is enough to make anyone take a second glance. She's looking back at me, and I realize she's looking at my collar. And the shame I feel all the time intensifies, making me sick. Tonight's collar was chosen carefully by my cousin. It's leather but crafted so it looks like a luxurious fashion piece, not the stamp of ownership it is. Psychologically, though, it does its job, making me remember my place every time the buttery leather brushes my skin. What does the chess piece signify? Leah asks the question of Sienna, who glances at a thick gold bracelet wrapped around her wrist. Sienna touches the bracelet, tracing the chess piece on the thick pendant. It's the Volkov family insignia, don't you know? So this woman also wears a collar of sorts, only hers is on her wrist. Perhaps I am not the only trapped female here. The thought doesn't give me comfort. It makes me angrier still. It's to do with their grandfather, I do believe, Sienna continues. He made a chess set from wood he found. I think he was in a gulag or something. She shrugs as if she can't quite remember. I'm not sure, but I know that it's the family insignia, and they all love to play chess. Except recently, I've been playing for Nikolai because I beat Sasha more often. She gives a soft laugh. You beat Sasha at chess? Leah sounds amazed, as if it is unheard of for a woman to be good at such things. I can beat most of them at chess, she says with a soft smile. I was taught to play by my grandmother, and she was a ferociously good player. I have at least a little of her skills. I was never allowed to play games like chess, I say, then wonder why I blurted that out. I glance down again and pick at a ragged cuticle. God, my fingers are a mess. The nails are bitten to the quick, and I expect at some point I will be sent to get acrylics. I hate them. Hate long nails. I've always kept them short and neat. But now I bite them to relieve some of the screaming anxiety I feel. The only time I had acrylics in the past was for a family wedding, at the bride's insistence. I couldn't do a damn thing with those talons stuck on the ends of my fingers. A deep sigh escapes me. Are you okay, Aurora? Sienna asks. I look up in surprise at her soft, caring tone. Her face is full of concern as she watches me. I should lie. I ought to lie. Smile blandly and reassure her is the order of the day. I can't do it. Define okay. The bitter laugh escapes me. Sienna frowns, but at that moment the drinks arrive. Can we do anything? Sienna asks once the waiter has gone. No one can, I say truthfully. I won't cry. I cannot. Swallowing hard, I bite back my sorrow and take a sip of the wine that has been placed by me. Will you excuse me for a moment? Leah asks. I need to use the ladies' room. She slips quietly out of the room, and I wonder if I could do that. Just slip out and leave. Would Logan notice? He seems pretty relaxed. I can help you, you know. I promise I can. Nikolai is very powerful. Sienna seems genuine. I think about it for a brief, blinding moment of hope, but no. I can't trust that Nikolai will do as she asks. I truly believe Sienna wants to help me, but I looked into the face of her man, and his face was hard. The face of a man who makes decisions to further his station in life, and that of his family. Sienna might wish to help me, but I don't believe her partner will put everything on the line to rescue some woman he doesn't know. In which case, I'd be even worse off because Tommaso would surely know that I asked for help. Thank you, but no, I will be okay. She purses her lips as if she doesn't believe me, but says no more. Tapping my foot, I shift in my seat. Time seems to tick by, and the guard, Logan, keeps glancing at the door where Leah left to head into the club. After a few more glances, he pushes to his feet. I won't be a moment. He slips out of the room, and I smile at Sienna before going back to staring at the floor. Something makes me shiver, and I lift my gaze to stare out the window. Holy hell. I freeze. My skin prickles, my heart pounds, and my breath hitches. Standing outside, slightly off to one side, staring at me through the glass, is Maxim. It's weird. It ought to be creepy, but it isn't. The heat from his gaze warms me deep inside where I've been so very cold for so long. He jerks his head to one side, and I see he's indicating a small door that leads to the garden. There is one problem. The man who was in the room with us, the guard who has only popped out for a moment. Maxim slips out of view. Perhaps he will deal with the guard. I'm so warm, I say. I need some air. Do you mind if I step out for a moment, Sienna? I address her and wait, breath held. If she calls the guard, I've had it. She shakes her head. The garden is completely secure, she says with a pointed look. High walls. I frown at her words as they seem strange. Why tell me that? Wow, is she telling me how to get out? As we hold one another's gaze, her cheeks flush a little. I nod once, smile, and then I stand and walk forward, pausing before I open the door. Stepping outside, I try to calm myself. It's not as if I know what Maxim wants anyway. He might wish for nothing more than to steal a kiss from me before I get sold off. Deep down, though, in that place we ignore far too often, the deep pit of us where our instincts reside, I know that's not the case. He is here for me. It's a sure and certain knowledge beating deep in my soul. I walk forward slowly, my heels striking the stone like the hands of a clock counting down my fate. When I round the corner, he's there. Maxim. What do you want? I ask for the sake of it, because this is how normal people behave. They don't simply assume or think their instincts knows all the answers. Do you wish to do this? He asks. I'm glad I didn't assume, because now I'm confused. I thought he'd say, I will save you. I swallow down the disappointment. Do what? Do you wish to marry this prince whoever it is? I can't keep the tears at bay. I absolutely don't want to marry him. I'm terrified of it. I have no choice. None. You don't know my family or what they're capable of. If I don't go ahead with it, my cousin will probably kill me. His face is serious, and his next words take my last breath away. Come with me. I stare at him. Holy hell, he is offering to help. Oh my God, my inner voice was right. I glance at the heavens for some reason, sure I'll see a sign up there, because this has to be the work of God. A God I believe in and have prayed to every single night, but who I was beginning to lose hope in. After all, maybe God doesn't save sinners, and I am most definitely one of those. Then I think of the sins I have committed, the terrible thing one sin in particular resulted in. That's when I realize this is my chance to be good. To be better, even if it is so hard. This man will get himself killed if he does this, and perhaps he doesn't understand this. I must ensure he does and destroy my only chance. I can't come with you, I say, the tears spilling over at my sacrifice. It will only get you killed. Me too. It's a risk, I grant you that. He smiles at me, sure of himself, not seeming scared. I think I can get us out of here, though. I know someone who has a house in the middle of nowhere, and it's on no one's radar. If I call him now and he's not using it, I can take us there. No one will know where we are. What about money, food, and survival? I glance around as if I will see friends of his with the things we will need, such as money and weapons. Of course, it's only us. We can't just hide in your friend's house forever. I have over 10,000 pounds in my car. We'll go there for the money, take it so far, and then I'll steal a different car after I ditch my phone. At some point, we'll buy a burner so I can call my brothers once it's safe. They will be livid, but ultimately they'll help. I nibble a nail, the habit so ingrained in me now, I wonder if I will ever stop. We must leave right now. His tone is firm. No nonsense, but also calm. I'll drive through the night to my friend's place, and I can guarantee you that no one will trace us. We don't have the time or the luxury to debate this. It's a massive risk for you, I understand that. If your cousin catches us, they'll kill us both, you're right. But what's your alternative? Be married in slavery to a man who's so old he could almost be your grandfather?
Sample complete. Ready to continue?